This video is a step-by-step guide for changing all the signs of the Coliseum. This includes the marquee above the door, the outside posters, the inside posters, and the signs for movies coming soon. Let's start with changing the marquee. The first step to changing the signs is knowing what the next movie is going to be, and there's a couple ways to figure this out. So the first way is reading your term emails from Brad Bills. He knows to send these to me, but if he doesn't send them to you, you can ask John to forward term emails to you. So this shows the date of the Friday which you'll be showing the movie. So this next weekend we'll be showing Hoppers, and then we'll also be showing it the weekend after. So I know after the previous movie was finished, I need to change the sign to Hoppers. Another way to tell what you're getting is on the Coliseum email. You get notices for when movies are shipped. So I can see the last movie that was sent was Hoppers. And let's say they sent like 2 movies, like they sent another one a few days later. I know we haven't played Hoppers yet, so I'm not going to change the sign to, like, let's say Super Mario Galaxy was sent. I'm not going to change the sign to Super Mario Galaxy because we haven't shown Hoppers yet. But this is the most reliable way if you get these because it shows the date you'll be playing the movie. Once you know the movie you're playing, now you have all the information you need for changing the sign. So we know we need to put out Hoppers. And on here we can see the viewer rating is PG. We can also find that information on here by clicking on this PDF. We will see the movie title up here, Hoppers, and then the rating is PG. All the letters you need for changing the sign are located in the filing cabinet on your left when you walk in. All the letters are in the top. They're organized by folder A through Z. They do not go in the folder because the weight will break the folder. They go between folders, and then I keep the black letters in the front and then the red letters after, because we only use the black letters for the sign unless we run out. Then we can use red ones. And then underneath we have the rating signs. So this movie is PG and the sign out there is already PG, so we don't need to change that. But when we change between PG-13, PG, and rated R movies, we'll need to change that as well. There's also numbers for when there's sequels. We can use one of these. And then an apostrophe if you ever need that. Always refer to one of the emails to make sure you're spelling the movie title correctly. And to make it easy on yourself, collect all the letters first before you change the sign. You'll notice this marking in the corner. It says 6-inch zip and it needs to be in the bottom right for the letter to be oriented properly. If it's not in the bottom right, then the letter's not going to look correct. So just always make sure you put that in the bottom right outside. For some reason, N does not have this, so be mindful in putting N's out that you're putting it the correct way and not flip-flopped. To make this easy on ourselves, always stack this how you're going to put it out in order so that when we're changing the sign, we can just go one letter after the other. And so to access the marquee, it's this board right here next to the air conditioner. All right, so we need to slide this board off. And then we need to unlock the window. And then we just use this stick to pop the window open while we're changing the sign. And then we'll take our stack of letters. Just make this easier. Don't want to drop my phone, but I'll set them on the edge right here. And now we're gonna lean out the window and replace all the letters. To take letters out, you'll slide them up and then pull them out. So just up and out. Okay. To put a letter in, you'll slide it up into this top ledge and then let it drop. And now it'll be in place, it won't fall out. The middle of that arch is the center. So when you're up in the window, you can see the middle. And you just want to make sure all your letters are centered around the middle of the arch. For long movie titles like How the Grinch Stole Christmas, it's hard to reach the edges, especially on the bottom row. So start with the last word and put it in the middle and then slide it to the edge. So example for How the Grinch Stole Christmas, you'd start with the S, then slide to the edge, then the A and slide to the edge. until you spelled the whole word backwards, just so you don't have to reach as far, because it's easier and safer that way. During the winter, sometimes the letters can freeze in place and the screen can freeze shut. For the letters, apply pressure to the side, so try like moving that letter to the edge to break the ice and then take it out. If you drop a letter on the edge while changing the sign, don't try and grab it because it's too dangerous. Just wait for the wind to knock it off, or knock it off yourself with using the stick, or if it's a far reach, you can put the stick in the styrofoam there to knock it off, and then just grab the letter off the ground. And sometimes they break, but it's better than falling out the window. That's everything for changing the marquee. Always make sure to put letters back after changing the sign so they don't pile up. Now let's change the poster outside. Movies will get shipped to the mailroom in boxes that look like this. You don't really know what's inside the box until you open it, take the poster out. Typically you get the poster for the movie you're showing a couple weeks before you show it. And so when you know you're showing a movie, make sure to put the poster up here so people can see it and they know what to expect. So Hoppers is right there. We'll take that one down, then swap it with the one outside. And if you don't get a poster for a movie, just take the one outside down and leave it blank, because that's better than having the wrong movie up. I'll show how to put a sign up inside, and it's the same process outside. So first you're gonna wanna lift up all the gold edges, and then grab your poster. You want to put the top just about as high as it can go. It doesn't need to be all the way up, just as long as the top edge has something to grab onto. Then we'll do the side piece. We'll make sure it's flush, then we'll do the side pieces. So the edges are good. And the bottom sometimes gets stuck, so just wiggle the sides till it gets snapped down. And then we're good to go. Taking it down is pretty easy. It's just flip out all the edges and then take the sign down. The only thing different for putting up a poster outside is we need to unlock the screen first. So the key to unlock the screen, I keep it in here because I use it a lot. It's just this one here with the white duct tape, and we use this key here that's at an angle from the edge. If it's not in that drawer, it might be in the key box, which is usually in one of these cabinets, but I always just keep it in this drawer. To unlock the screen, we'll just set up the stepladder, use the key that's at an angle, and we'll do the bottom lock first, turn it right, and then turn it left to free the key. And we'll get the top one, turn it right, left to free the key. And then I'll just set the key on this ledge while I take this poster down and then put the next poster up. Once the new poster's up, it's the reverse order from before. Start with the top lock, turn it right, push it in, and turn it left. And then do the bottom one, turn it right, push it in, left. That's it for changing the poster outside. Once you've taken down a poster for a movie you've already shown, you can set it on this table, because sometimes people are interested in buying them. Along with that, when you have a poster up for movies you don't get, like this GOAT movie, it came out in February and we're booked through April, so I doubt we're gonna get it. I'd take this poster down and set it on the table as well. Right now, these are the only two posters for movies that we might get. The next two movies we're getting are Super Mario Galaxy and Reminders of Him. So I'm gonna check the mailroom this week because we'll likely be getting those posters. Since I know we're gonna show those movies next, I wanna make sure I put those movies posters up here. The last thing to go over for changing signs is these movies up here. So these movies are, by the time we open up again, are movies that will have came out recently. I doubt we're getting GOAT, but I still put it up there just because one movie will look silly. Those movies have not came out yet, so I put them on the coming out soon side. I know we're getting Super Mario Galaxy and Reminders of Him, so when that happens, we'll shift them over to the new releases side. And then along with that, when I take out Reminders of Him and put it over there, I'm gonna move Fish up so there's no gaps. The letters for changing those signs are over here in concessions. And along with that, there's a sign over here with all the employee names. So update that as your employees change. I'll quickly mention again to refer to the emails to know which movies to put up there. So I can see we're booked for Reminders of Him and Super Mario Galaxy. So that's how I knew to put those up there. And then these are really easy to change when you actually get them. You just take those letters down and then you move them right over there.